In the year 476 AD, the greatest empire the world had ever known, fell. Rome, a symbol of power, order, and civilization, collapsed into chaos. But imagine a world where it didn't. What if the Eternal City never fell? What if the legions still marched, the Senate still ruled, and the Roman eagles still soared across the skies of a modern world? Today, we step into an alternate history, a world where Rome never died. In our reality, centuries of corruption, overexpansion, and civil wars weakened Rome from within. Barbarian invasions only finished what had already begun. The Western Empire collapsed, and Europe descended into darkness, the Middle Ages. But in this world, something changed. The emperor, instead of clinging to power, reformed it. He gave more authority to the provinces, creating a federal system before its time. The Senate adapted, merging tradition with innovation. And the legions, disciplined, loyal, relentless, held the borders strong. Rome didn't fall, it evolved. Instead of decades of stagnation, the empire experienced a renaissance centuries before anyone else. Instead of 6th century, Rome begins a new golden age. Greek philosophy merges with Roman engineering. Science replaces superstition. Libraries, once reserved for the elite, are opened to all citizens. Aqueducts become early power systems. Watermills transform into steam engines. Roads evolve into vast transportation networks, connecting the empire like never before. Imagine Roman engineers designing flying machines centuries before Leonardo da Vinci. Imagine massive arenas converted into centers of scientific research and invention. By the 10th century, the empire harnesses steam, electricity, and early industrial techniques, centuries ahead of our own history. The Pax Romana, the Roman peace, returns, enforced not by swords, but by progress. Culture and philosophy, 330 to 5. Religion adapts. Christianity, instead of dividing, merges peacefully with Rome's ancient gods. Temples and churches stand side by side. Philosophy becomes the new faith, a belief in reason, beauty, and human potential. Latin remains the universal language. From Africa to Britannia, from Hispania to Syria, people speak one tongue, trade one currency, and live under one law. The streets are alive with scholars, artists, and traders. Universities flourish centuries before Europe would see its first Renaissance. Knowledge is preserved, expanded, and shared. A light that never goes out. Fast forward to 2025, in the timeline where Rome never fell. The world is united under the Imperium Romanum globalis. The Senate still rules, but its chambers shine with glass and gold. Legions no longer march on foot. They patrol the skies and even the stars. The moon was colonized in the 1600s. Mars became the new frontier in the 1800s. By the 21st century, the empire controls not just the earth, but the heavens above it. Cities are vast, marble, steel, and solar light. Arches and domes rise alongside holographic billboards. Latin phrases like carpe diem and veni vidi vici echo across the globe. Yet beneath the perfection lies control. Freedom was sacrificed for stability. Every citizen is watched, catalogued, and measured by the order that once brought peace. Rome never fell, and perhaps it never learned to let go. In our reality, Rome's fall allowed new nations, the Renaissance, and eventually freedom to emerge. In this world, that never happened. There is no Renaissance, because there was nothing to rediscover. There is no rebellion, because the empire does not allow it. There is only one government, one law, one truth. People live long, educated lives, but they are not free. Art serves the state. Science serves the Senate. History serves the emperor. It is a world of progress without soul. A civilization that conquered the stars, but forgot what it means to be human. Maybe Rome's fall was not a tragedy, but a lesson. Even the greatest empires must fall so that humanity can rise anew. Because sometimes, destruction is not the end. It is the beginning of something greater. So, what would you choose? Freedom or eternal order? Would you live under the empire that never fell?